initiatives, policies, or projects that contributed to meaningful SDG progress. For this, we need your help and support. This is why we are looking forward to your contributions regarding initiatives and experiences with policies and projects that can be turned into case studies from your region. You have been identified as local and regional leaders, whether from government, civil society, academia, or business, in various aspects of sustainable development. We are here to listen to you and learn from you. Your experiences will bring the GSDR to life. Jaime Miranda and I wish you well over the next 2 days, and we look forward to hearing about the outcomes of the consultation. Thank you so much for sharing your time and expertise.
والآن ستنضم إلينا روى عاصي المتحدثة الرئيسية في لقائنا اليوم. روى عاصي هي مهندسة زراعية من لبنان، وهي ممثلة الشباب باليونيسف الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا. بعد الانتهاء من كلمتها سيفسح المجال للحضور بطرح الأسئلة.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to be here with you today as we open the Global Sustainable Development Report Conference. And thank you for the invitation. Thank you, University of Qatar, and all the that are helping with this conference. So I have something prepared here for projection, but it's fine. We are here to innovate as well, so we can just proceed. Our agenda today is full of exciting ways to share knowledge and also to allow us to move forward with the SDG goals. But before we move forward with this session today, let us first connect together. I'd like to ask you who's coming here with full of energy, motivation, and excitement to actually share knowledge. I'll raise both of my hands. And I see that we are coming from multi-generational and multidisciplinary sectors, but I'm interested to see how many of you here would represent themselves as young professionals. Well, I'm happy to see hands. Who of you here is coming with a youthful spirit? Although not, well, that's more exciting as well. Thank you. I can see that we're coming again from different sectors. And as we're all coming here together from multidisciplinary sectors, and since our SDGs are interrelated, it will actually be hard for us to work on it independently and in silos. So this is where we need to be working together. Working on the SDGs will require a concerted effort from all sectors of society, whether it was the government, the private sectors, the civil societies, the academia, and also, of course, the young professionals. We must work together to create policies and programs that support sustainable development, and we must also hold ourselves accountable for the progress that we make. I come here wearing multiple hats, whether it was as me being the UNICEF Youth Representative, or as the Water Innovation Lab Coordinator with Waterlution, or as the chair of the Early Career and Youth Professionals with the International Water Association. But I also come here as a young professional that is committed and motivated and positive that change could happen if we actually work together in a multidisciplinary approach and a multi-generational approach. Throughout my experiences, I witnessed firsthand the potential of the young professionals, and it's safe to say that's imperative that we should include us in these discussions and give us the seat on the table, because I'm confident to say that we bring fresh ideas, we bring new technologies, and willingness to think outside the box. This is what we need for our future. So things will unfold, and we're here to be growing as the challenges grow. And of course, we have the energy and drive to see these initiatives going through implementation. As we discuss the 3 entry points today, strengthening human well-being capabilities, achieving energy decarbonization and universal access to energy, and securing the global environmental commons, it is very crucial here to focus on water, as it's the fundamental commons that we need to shed light on. When we talk about the food, or when we talk about the energy, or when we talk about the society, we're seeing that water is here acting as a common denominator. And this is why we need to be acting upon it. And for that, with the climate change, population growth, urbanization, they're all increasing this problem, the water scarcity, making it more important than ever to find solutions to manage and conserve our water resources. We can see the solutions as part of innovating. Innovation can help us really understand the root cause problem and act upon the main reason of the problem, whether it was from the water scarcity, from the water quality. We're solving the root cause problem and actually having a sustainable, updated solution to our problems. It can also help us adapt the fast changing conditions caused by the climate change. So today we need to start investing more in creating a culture of innovation within the water sector. This means encouraging collaboration between different stakeholders and promoting a willingness to facilitate the adoption of these innovations. I learned from my experience in coordinating the water innovation labs, where we train the young professionals to think innovatively and to see how we can be creating solutions that, if we give space and the skills to the young leaders, they would give us their capabilities of creating a change with innovation. I also learned from my experience as the chair of the Early Career and Youth Professionals with IWRA that if we give them the space for a multi-generational dialogue, this will develop a more holistic knowledge sharing that also drives for a change. I also learned from my role as a UNICEF youth representative that giving the voice for the young leaders will build motivated and empowered individuals. Lastly, as a young professional, I also learned that we need to act today to secure our future of tomorrow. So today I say, let's commit ourselves to working together to achieve these goals and build a sustainable future for me, you, and the upcoming generations. Thank you so much. We're opening the questions now.
Yeah, I think there could be. يمكنكم طرح الأسئلة على روى إن كان هناك أي أسئلة. ممكن صوتك واضح.
الدور الأكاديمي هو الدور كتير مهم، لأنه نحن بنكون عم نخلق scientific research وعم بيكون عم يخلق هو التول لحتى نكون نحن عم نبادر بحلول للأزمة العنية، إن كان من تغير المناخ أو مشاكل المي، من خلال هيدا النوليدج اللي نحن دائما بندعمه اللي هو الساينتفك نوليدج، عم نكون عم نقدر نبادر بخلق خلق يعني dialogue between the scientific knowledge وال non-scientific knowledge لحتى نكون عم نخلق solutions sustainable. So to start off, الأكاديميين هن جزء أساسي لإحضار scientific approaches ل solutions, sustainable solutions. Thank you. أكيد بيكون عنا بعدين حديث on the side.
Yes, السلام عليكم جميعا. طارق الشال من السسري. Riwa, just one question and I will pose it in English. You stressed on the role of youth in sustainable development. And usually we know all in this conference that the majority of youth, we target them through education. You know, and I know that we had an experience in Lebanon through integrating like curriculum for sustainable development in public schools. And this failed. How you learned from this experience and how you're gonna benefit from it to promote sustainable development through the points you will tackle in this conference. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Of course, education is very much important. I'm sorry I was not available during the workshop that you just posed, but I believe in the education is that when we start educating the youth and the young professionals is we are giving them, first of all, the space to motivate themselves, for them to know that they can be there to create something. So before we start with the developing sustainable goals, before we start with the innovation, before we start with accelerating solutions, we must educate them. We must ensure that they are aware of the challenges that they are being posed. Whether the project failed or was success, I'm 100% sure that there was something for us to learn from it. I'm sorry I cannot mention what exactly it is because I was not in this workshop. But as we tackle the different entities of today's discussion, I can say that we can look at where the challenges were and find the solutions whereby we can be targeting and pivoting a resourceful allocation of resources, whether it was more integrating in the education sector or whether it was more integrating in the advancement of solutions. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for your introduction. I'm Arabo Bala. I have been leading the Sustainable Consumption Production Program in the UN, and I'm one of the architects of the SDGs. Now, the role of the youth is extremely important, but in 2 points that were not raised, and for which we should be fighting in the Arab world and elsewhere. First is sustainable behavior, sustainable consumption. We, the old people, have been driving it wrongly. You have an extremely important responsibility in unsustainable consumption, and mainly in our region, which is fundamentally unsustainable, first. Second, the youth have to be looked at as young entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurship is absolutely fundamental. And they are absent in this meeting, I believe, the small and medium enterprises, without whom we cannot deliver sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And allow me here, I can just reiterate what you said, and this is what we're doing at the Water Innovation Lab in Lebanon, where we're creating these young leaders to be the water entrepreneurs. And we believe that in water, because once we focus on the water, we're focusing on multiple sectors of the SDGs. And with that, we are training them to understand the root cause problem, to work upon them, and to innovate in the solutions. So I do believe that we need to be seen as the young entrepreneurs, because we are leading the change that we need to see for tomorrow. Thank you again for raising these 2 important points. I have a question there.
For the young generation, what is the main drivers that attract your attention, you and around your age, to sustainable behavior?